Listen up to this health PSA. Unprocessed, all-natural whole foods will not save you from eating too much red meat because ultra-processed foods are not the issue. It's the type of food being processed and the amount of food being consumed. The idea that ultra-processed foods are an issue came about from a correlation. As we know, correlation does not equal causation. While the majority of processed foods may look like this, there is a subsection of ultra-processed foods that look like this and this. To put it bluntly, whey protein and vegan protein substitutes are not the same as beef jerky, potato chips, and Hostess cakes. The idea that the former food products I mentioned are heart healthy or healthier is corroborated by this study, which analyzed the effect of ultra-processed plant-based alternatives versus your all-natural red meat on heart health. Outcomes were significantly better when processed plant-based alternatives were chosen and unprocessed meat was not. On top of that, just because a food product is unprocessed doesn't innately mean it's healthy or carries no health risk. According to this study, unprocessed red meat alongside a high-quality, healthy diet was actually associated with some of the highest hazard ratio, to put it simply, the risk of ischemic heart disease. Specifically, a high-quality, healthy diet alongside unprocessed red meat was associated with a 93% increased risk of heart disease. These findings are supported by this study, which found that unprocessed red meat alongside a high diet quality was also associated with an increased risk of heart disease and all-cause mortality. And these findings are not just correlational. Regardless of processing, red meat products are some of the highest sources of dietary saturated fat and cholesterol. When dietary cholesterol and saturated fat are absorbed, saturated fat reduces clearance of cholesterol from your bloodstream. When dietary cholesterol-carrying molecules pass in and out of your bloodstream to be metabolized, their carrying molecules can be oxidized, and oxidized cholesterol-carrying molecules are a direct cause of atherosclerosis. But wait, all of that is just heart disease. According to this study, when we stratify for different types of cancer, switching from processed to unprocessed red meat does not save you from colon or rectal cancer. This is one of the reasons why this study failed to produce an association, because they arbitrarily lumped all different cancers together without stratifying for the highest risk cancers. The associations with red meat and colon or rectal cancer are not just correlational. According to this study, when unprocessed red meat is digested, the heme iron from the red meat generates nitrosus compounds, carcinogenic compounds that are similar to the ones found in cigarette smoke. Cancer-causing nitrosus compounds in cigarette smoke can react with your lung cells to produce lung cancer. Nitrosus compounds from red meat can interact in harmful ways with the cells of your colon and rectum, causing colon or rectal cancer. Since these compounds are a product of heme iron, a natural component of all meat products regardless of the processing level, switching from processed to unprocessed red meat or including more whole foods in your diet will not necessarily save you. Now, I know some of you guys are going to comment about the omega-6 fatty acids and seed oils from ultra-processed vegan products causing cancer. That's only a problem if you're deep frying ultra-processed vegan products in reused seed oil. And I think we can all agree that reusing frying oil and deep frying food is not necessarily healthy. Moreover, I think it's important to mention that omega-6 fatty acids are actually essential and they're not necessarily pro-inflammatory. The molecules your body makes with omega-6 fatty acids can also mediate anti-inflammatory responses.